You have arrived. Wake up and travel beyond the illusion. What is the mirror of your life reflecting around you now, and what does it mean? Master Lady Kira Ra leads you on a journey of enlightened perspectives as she weaves together the elements waiting to be revealed and often not seen. A fascinating and dynamic hour that will leave your heart smiling and your soul singing. And of course, Kira Ra's famous mini soul readings. Be sure to call in. And now, here is Master Lady Kira Ra.
Namaste, beloved ones, and welcome back to Soul Mirrors. What is your life reflecting? And let's just take in a big spacious breath. Tonight is such an extraordinary and absolutely divinely timed, exquisite moment. This is the moment that we return live. Of course, the one, the only Just Juntanen will be joining me shortly. We are fresh from the entire March awareness that it's just expanding. And in this moment, right now, we as humanity have the opportunity, the rich opportunity to collectively awaken into the experience that is just a breath before us, where the violet ray is actively igniting on the planet once more. There is so much to share because this violet ray activation, it is literally moving through a 12-day process. Begins April 1, that's just a breath beat away. It culminates on April 12 when literally the key goes in and this moment's treasure chest opens. We are resolving polarity. And we do that through this violet ray ignition. And that is the moment we are in. So I know you're feeling it. I know you're breathing it. There is so much to share, and jump into those phone cues. I don't want to forget. Right now, we are live. Give a buzz over there to BBS Radio at 888-627-6008. Again, 888-627-6008. Jess and I have a lot of really profound magic to share tonight. And so you might want to be jumping in to ask us a question as much as you want to maybe request a mini soul reading. So if you are calling because you also have a question, please let our producer know so that he can let us know. 888-627-6008. And of course, over at OTR 517-208-1500. That call board I'm going to be opening right now because I forgot, guys. And you know why I forgot? Because it's the first time we've been on in quite a while. And so again, you can call us over at 517-208-1500. And when you call over there, you can go ahead and press *5 if you want to ask a question. And so again, 517-208-1500. And you
Conference will begin when you confirm by pressing *3.
There it is. All right. Forgive me for that broadcasting live. I do sincerely apologize for that. And there we go. And we are set.
All participants will now be placed.
Sorry, guys. All right. So, Jess, I'm sure you're smiling in the background, and all of you that are here, thank you for putting up with my technical challenges. Let's dive in. I also want to give a big, rich hello to all of you over at YouTube. I think my husband might be in there right now, the beloved wisdom teacher, Sri Ram Ka. We certainly have lots of guests here at Toasted Blue Mountain. So I'm giving a big wave to all of you that are still here on site. Let's dive in. Are you ready? Let's just bring our hands to our heart. Take in a deep breath, let it out, and give yourself the gift of feeling into this moment right now. What I want to do is I'm going to begin with a screen share of the up-level calendar. And as you can see on the up-level calendar right now, what is happening is that we are in the winged area. Do you see that Tuesday? We are here at Tuesday, the 30th of March, which on this, you're looking at the April calendar, you can see is in this first week. And it's a moment where we are getting ready to enter into the chalice energy. And as we are getting ready to enter into the chalice energy, we are coming into the chalice from the wellspring, from the receptivity, from receiving, receiving, receiving. And as we have just come through the first supermoon, remember, we are in the energy just coming out of it today, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We are relaxing out of the first supermoon energy of this year that is propelling us, pulling us, asking our wings to open ever more. And what's going to happen is come Thursday the 1st, we are going to jump into the experience. We are going to come out of that void that we're in. And I'm going to talk about that right now. And as we do, we are being invited to say yes for a 12-day journey where the violet ray ignition takes us to the illuminated new moon. And where in that moment, in the illuminated new moon, look at this, guys, look how powerful this is. We ignite in that illuminated blue moon, new moon, all of this violet flame, this violet ray ignition that's coming into the planet. And then between the 12th and the 14th, we harvest that energy and call it into the up level, the ascension up level, which is the moment that we are again coming together from the WWA event. And that was not planned. That was just the way we heard to lay it out. And so that's blowing my mind. And I know when I bring Jess in, she's going to be sharing how that's blowing her mind as well, because the moment at hand is inviting us into an expansion of consciousness that we have not ever done before. I can barely sit in my chair and share with you how important this moment is. I want you to breathe in and notice what you are noticing. I want you to pay attention to the awareness. Let's just scroll back, right? I'm going to go ahead and I want to put up the ascended numerology. I'm going to put that up next right here. And this is the April ascended numerology that you're gazing at right now. And what you're seeing is that April is the 7. It is a month of vision. It's all about vision. Look at the body, right? It's all about vision. We're being pulled into this vision. That is what this entry, that winged energy that's bringing us into that chalice. What is the vision that is filling the chalice, that is filling the well, that is coming into you? And then from that vision, right, we go right to our truth. So it's not only our vision, it's letting ourselves actually be our vision, speak our vision, know our vision, and not let our voice be stifled. It's not being afraid of who you are. And April 2021, the not just the month, but the month and the year together, for the entire month, regardless of the journey we're going to go on, for that entire month, we're going to be in that star consciousness infinite position. And if you gaze over at the clock, right? If you gaze over at the soul chart, this is the humanity soul chart for April 2021. In this experience of concentric dimensionality, we are literally at the 12 o'clock hour. This is why the violet flame is igniting. We have hit the 12 o'clock hour. And the gift we were given is that this entire month, we have dropped into that infinite present. There's that just notice if you were to follow the purple from the 12 right back down into the 0 and stop there and imagine yourself right now. I want you to just feel this. Imagine yourself right now. You are the master, and you are sitting in the most beautiful swing you have ever been in. It's like Radha and Krishna, right? You are that divine energy. And right now you're in this swing and you are swinging in the middle of the cosmic universe. And you are hanging from the 12. You are being offered perfect balance to see the bigger picture, to breathe it in and to receive, and to breathe it out and to give. And to breathe it in and to receive and to breathe it out and to give. And in that awareness that this month has ignited in the middle of a 3-month cycle, February, March, April, this pyramid within this energy field of January to May is setting in motion the resonance, the tenacity, the awakenedness, the presence of our collective consciousness, so that when that first harmonic wave hits us in May, we are able to not only stand because we know the wave is coming, we're actually able to be there with our surfboards going, let's catch it, because we know it's coming and we know how to surf this. We have been waiting and practicing for this outside of any way of time I could ever offer to you. We are at a moment where all of the beautiful symbols, all of the beautiful knowing, all of the teaching, everything, literally everything from every experience, whether it was Atlantis or Lemuria or Tulea, Sularia, the Olaha that we are in now, it matters not. The words, the remembrances, none of that matters. What matters is that throughout the eternal allness, we have each been called to a moment of stillness in co-creative illusionary time experience to collectively pay attention. And this moment is so intensely important and so beautiful that we are literally here at the moment that the masters are walking among us, that we are here in this master-filled moment. And with that, the violet ray is igniting on April 1st, when we dive into the experience of that month, when we move into that vision, and then we are with that energy perpetually all month long. Remember, everywhere we move all month long, you're still here. Your eternal presence is right here if you allow it to be. It is a month that is before us, that is inviting the experience to be so exquisitely clear that the moment of our consciousness to rise beyond even that which we can comprehend is before us with clarity. And I want you to just breathe that in. And today I was called, I want to show you, I want to share with you, I was called to make a graphic. And forgive me, my dogs are hearing something, and they are alerting you to what I'm sharing, which is that we are in the moment of this violet ray ascension, and it is flame on. And I want you to just breathe that. And what you're seeing here is that April 1st through the 12th, we are literally healing the heart of humanity. Literally, this is the ignition. This is the moment. And it's all about the ability to see beyond that. Shri, I believe the cat is there. Forgive me. Forgive me. My animals are making sure that we are all aware of the moment at hand. And so April 1 through 12, as we are healing the heart of humanity, as the violet ray energy ignites, look beyond the words here, and you see in the middle that eye and that ignition. This is the opportunity for us to hold the mastery presence beyond the illusion, for enough of us to hold the compassionate winged chalice and receive this energy of this violet ray ignition of this mastery presence. And I want you to just really breathe that in. And as you breathe that in, I want you to bring your hands to your heart. And in just a moment, I want to welcome Jess Jutiden in to the show with me as well. And in this moment, though, I want to share with you the vision that I had today, that I had to stop everything and put together. And so again, I'm going to invite you to bring your hands to your heart, to take in a deep breath. And I'm going to share this with you, my vision with you. And I want to welcome in Jess and welcome in this moment. And Jess, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here on the other side of this amazing month that it has been, where we started out with Soul Mirrors on that first Tuesday, and here we are, full circle, and but in a whole new place. So I'm so happy and honored to be here and be sharing with everyone. Thank you.
Well, and I think everyone should know you've only been back home how many days?
I don't even think it's been quite 2 full days now.
Right, right. And so I just think you look amazing and fresh and lovely and beautiful, and certainly none the worse for wear. So, here we are in this moment. We've got this violet flame, this chalice, this ignition. I think we need to back up and start recapping how we got here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So catch us up, Jess. How did we get here?
How did we get here? Oh my gosh. Yes. I mean, for those of you that have been tracking and following the WWA journey, we just are coming off of the amazing festival and the equinox weekend, where we really opened up this kind of rainbow bridge. And so many of us were together in real time, virtually and also on site. And I know that all of those that are either still traveling home from there, that were able to be there.
There's still some here.
There's still some there, right? We're all still integrating and processing everything that went on. I mean, we all knew it was a big deal, and it was bigger than any of us, and we started this journey all the way back last August on 8/8, the Lion's Gate. And to see it all like come into form through the festival and everything that happened there, from the equinox ceremonies with the Kanyari to the WWA, heart and soul and presentations and everything that went on. I mean, really amazing to see it all come together and to ignite what we're continuing to do. It was just really the beginning in so many ways. So it's beyond stunning. It's amazing to be home and be really integrating things. And I mean, I officiated a wedding today. I'm just like, I'm back in it. It's crazy, it's awesome and good, and away we go, right?
I love that you went back, and one of the first official duties you did as a minister of self-ascension was a wedding. We're in this moment. It is a celebratory moment. And this is one of the energies, everything has just been amplifying. Let us not forget that what happened over the equinox was the entire ascended realm supported the ignition of this active ascension portal. And the word, and I love that the word that has come out about this festival has been magic.
Yeah.
That it is all about the magic, and that the magic has reignited. Magical things are happening. One of the things that touched my heart the best was when Elizabeth Yarnell left and looked at me and said, "This is Hogwarts. You know, I've actually been at Hogwarts." And she's right. This is what a self-ascension campus is. It's Hogwarts for self-ascension. It's the opportunity to know it's real by experiencing the things that you might not have been able to experience. But yet, once you do experience it, once you touch that energy, you're able to anchor it and carry it with you, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's there with everybody. And it's, you know, it's so unique what happens for each person on this campus, like you shared. And Ascension Portal, you all, I mean, that sounds so out there, right? I mean, an Ascension Portal, you
But
do.
it's freaking here.
It's just there. And if you can get there to really, really be able to touch the energy and experience things that make you rub your eyes and go, you know, oh my gosh, pinch me, am I awake? It's
Yes.
all the time happening. And the beings that came all carried their own codes and their own activations happened. And, you know, just to witness all that was being birthed and is going to continue being birthed because we were there holding the energy for this portal activation. You know, I just can't wait, because I know this is, we're just getting started. We are.
Well, and what's so fascinating is that since we had let's lay it out there. The single most interference I've ever experienced in my
Oh,
life.
yes, we have to
Single
talk
most.
about this. Yeah.
Have never had to survive, literally, and it feels like it was a survival for a lot of us, that much consciously directed interference energy. And that no matter how much was thrown, we not only was it the best event ever at Tosa Blue Mountain, we actually accomplished our micro festival. You know, there were the babies and the families and the tents on the hill and the, you know, the campers and the processions and the dancing and the music. It was literally the dream, right?
It happened in the face of all of that which sought to stop it. Yeah, we all were saying, can you even believe how much tried to stop this? And it did not. And yeah, that festival atmosphere, I mean, it was just beyond amazing to be in that energy. And the music is still, you know, in your heart. Like any good festival, that music stays in your heart, in your
We're all
soul.
still singing Panchamanca.
Right? Aren't we? Every day.
Right? Aren't we all Panchamanca? Right? We're all still up on the mountain. I got it. Yeah.
The album.
Right. No, we are going to have the album. We're working on it. We will definitely let it happen. Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. We do. And, you know, who knew? I have a whole new respect for the pan flute. Like,
oh my gosh.
Right? Who knew that, number one, they were taller than them,
Yeah.
that you have to stand up on a box to play it because it's taller than you. And what I loved the most was how, when they were demonstrating that you don't just play one, you're holding like rows of pipes of different lengths. And what I love is how one guy's playing them all, then he separates it to two, but the music doesn't change. The symbolism of the one becoming the two, becoming the one again, is so rich. And then the fact that these musicians made their instruments. They're not going and picking these out of the store. Like, it's a passionate calling.
It's calling, right?
Right? It is all, they're all shaman. Every one of them are shaman calling what their heart was to create. I mean, that was extraordinary for me. I mean, how did you experience that?
Incredible. I know it was for me and everybody else that participated, you know, and those of you, if you can go catch what was streamed on YouTube, and you can catch some of that music. But yeah, that's the thing, is that it's their service is this music, and it's part of their soul and who they are. So you feel it. And there was so much joy and celebration in the music. I mean, it really was this coming together of beings from around the globe in this energy of oneness, and it was felt by everybody that was there.
Right. And what was so profound is that since we have gone through that weekend and all of the subsequent, this full moon, this, that we are in tonight, right now, this incredible first super moon of this year, right? Look at the amplification. And this is what you were mentioning earlier. So let's not forget, let's keep this in perspective, that this equinox right now did open that rainbow bridge. And how many rainbows did we have while you guys were here?
Yeah.
Was that crazy? Like real rainbow. We're like, oh my God, there's another one.
Rainbow.
Right? Was that so good? They're like so common in this valley. And so we have this March, and we've opened this just like the chalice. Because this is that chalice right now. This is what's taking us to September, to the September equinox. And this is why this amplification we're in right now, this boom, is going to really get strong. This 6 months matters. And Jess, I just love that on Wednesday, April 14, which is another up level. We're getting like up level, boom, up level, boom. And then we hit May, harmonic, boom, right? Do you feel it?
Yeah. Yeah. It's really incredible, and it's blowing my mind. I really do struggle for words with some of this stuff, because like, how could it all be aligning so perfectly this way? You can feel the momentum that's behind it all. And there is like an excitement, and also it gets mixed with some of that apprehension. I feel a lot of people out there going like, what's this going to feel like? What's this going to look like?
Well, absolutely. And I think that really is the question. And, speaking of that, we've got a lot of people that have been without us for a while.
Yes,
and we have a lot of people with their hands up with questions to ask, lots of people in the call board. And I'm going to jump right here. And it looks like, I think we're saying hi to Gary. Is that Gary? Hey, Gary.
Namaste, you guys. How you doing?
Hey, we are so excited to say hey to you. Namaste, sweetheart. How are you?
Oh, loving you guys for sure.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Hey, I wanted to say something about Alexander sharing that sacred seeding knowledge. That was so beautiful. I was honored by that sharing. Truly.
Thank you.
Really beautiful. I was glad to be a part of it. I can feel the energy from it. Still do. I called you guys over the weekend and just stayed on the line just to connect with that energy. It was beautiful.
Oh.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. And, we have literally a terabyte of footage, and we are putting together all of the videos as fast as we can. And we agree with you that this weekend, and I know you felt it, these people, and Jess, you can talk about the Temescal, Jess. I mean, Gary, it was like, you got to get here, Gary. I mean, you have to do this. Tell Gary what happened, Jess.
We felt you there, Gary, for sure.
You
but yeah,
really did.
You get down there and be with us in person next time if you can, sweetheart, because incredible, and there was ceremony all weekend, and one portion of the ceremony was the Temescal, which I did have the blessing to participate in that. And that took place on the Saturday evening on top of the mountain where the Kenyari built a like portable Temescal that had been up there preparing for it, and it starts as all things. The weekend was the wood, the fire and the water, So it started with the fire, and the wood was piled so high and burning so hot to warm the waters and the herbs for the sacred baths after, to warm the grandmother stones that the Kenyari carry that have the messages and wisdom, and they were red hot in the center, and that is what heats the Temescal through like 4 rounds of sacred medicines and steams and singing and prayer and oneness. The womb, it was the womb, and you come out rebirthed as the little baby, and you were
and I bet you felt that, huh, Gary?
Yeah.
Right now, still am. Unbelievable how my heart is just open, wide open, circling.
Oh,
beautiful.
Well, thank you
I can't wait to come there and experience. I'm coming. You can believe that.
Well, yeah,
we no needle in my butt. I'm coming.
Well, we look forward to welcoming you. Go ahead, honey.
I can't wait to. We're coming. We're coming.
Woohoo!
Lando said, "I'll let you go there for a year." I said, you really get rid of me for a year? She said, yep.
Well, we're willing to welcome you. You know, everybody who comes, and Jess knows it too. So many people, there are people that were here that are literally coming back in 2 to 3 weeks that are coming for a year. And so it tends to have a little magic.
I don't doubt that at all. I feel it from here.
Oh.
I got a question for you. I do have a question.
Please.
Now, when Lynn and I come out of this 3-year dark night of the souls, and we started to really awaken and get into the spiritual awakening part of our journey, for 3.5 months, she didn't boo-hoo cry, but she literally, her waking moments were tears just flowing down her face for literally 3.5 months. I'm not kidding. She almost said you could go there for a year. Yeah, but it went away after 3.5 months, and now it just started up again for her. Like last week, she started going in the store, and her left eye just started crying.
Ooh, so I want you to bring a hand to your heart, and I want you to just breathe. And for both of you, you are, when the eyes spontaneously cry, and when the tears come forward with a sincere heart, it is a moment where we are up-leveling through yet another layer of discernment in our compassion. We are at a moment where, especially right now, in this moment, the timing is so exquisite. And if you look at all of your other timings and where it's been with the up-level energies, right now in this moment, we are literally moving into the first time the violet ray is igniting, illuminating, coming forward. We are going through a 12-day literal countdown where Shri and I are going to be putting out videos every single day, April 1 through 12. Your tears are the recognition that things are never going to be the same, and the reception of that which has already become. And I want you to breathe that in, and I want you to relax as you hear that. And I know that Jess has something to share with that as well. So Jess, I'm going to let you continue.
Well, thank you for sharing so beautifully, and thank you, Gary and Lynn, for bringing this forward for everybody. What I'm just really feeling is in that still center of the heart, just the compassion that is beating there, and it is because of your compassion and integrity that you can feel so deeply, and just allowing that release and knowing, yes, as we track these days and this violet flame and the violet energy comes in, allow that to just keep releasing whatever needs to be released there, and keep breathing.
And Jess, as you're sharing, right, do you feel this? There's both of you right here. It's like a congestion that's opening. And remember, from here up, that's that 7 energy. That's what we're in. That's that vision energy. That's April. That's what's coming in. And literally right here, I can feel it. And so breathe that in and know that you guys are proceeding. Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah, we're going for it. I'm coming.
All right.
Come along.
All right, we'll see you soon.
Love you guys.
We love you.
Namaste.
Namaste. All right, we have so many people with their hands up. I'm going to run up here. We're going to go to Cleveland because there's Monica. There's Astaria waiting to say hey. Hi, sweetheart.
Hi. Oh my God. Namaste, beautiful one.
Hi. Welcome, welcome. We saw you had your hand up.
I do. I appreciate your welcoming me. I feel like I never left. And would I be able to get a mini soul reading, Master Lady Kira, for my heart today?
Well, of course you would. And, sweetheart, one of the things to remember is that as we fly through the moment that is before us in all ways, we must remember to always touch down once in a while and see what's right in front of us. The illusion is doing its best right now to pull you in many directions. And that is because of the illuminated presence that has just ignited. And so they're saying, open up the door of your own light and see what's staring right back at you. And I want you to breathe that in.
Whew. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
very powerful.
Well, thank you for receiving. I want you to take in a nice deep breath. And we're going to let that breath out. There you are. Yeah.
Oh,
There
been
you
waiting to
are.
exhale all day.
All right. All right. Well, we love you, sweetheart. Thank you for calling. All right.
I love you. Big hugs.
Big hugs, honey. We love you too. And just breathe. Just breathe. You know, as we're talking about what's happening in April right now in this up level moment, I really want to go back to, because it was something that during the festival was so beautifully integrated and lived, and people that are still here right now, all of us are experiencing that this awareness energy that birthed the opening of this incredible ascension, active ascension portal, has been a tap on the shoulder moment. And that tap on the shoulder is catching a lot of people going, wait a minute. Am I really sure? Am I really sure? I mean, how are you noticing that? How are you noticing that around you?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I've had my own moments of that leading up to the event, and yes, I am sure. Yes, I am sure. You know, we keep getting that opportunity to say yes again. And I am noticing a lot of beings, you know, in my spheres and those that I communicate with that are really having that moment. And it is really a personal experience. It's really deep. You know, there is that like yearning that I am noticing in so many that says, you know, there's got to be something more. There's got to be something bigger. The way I've been doing it is not working anymore, or I can see that, you know, something different has to happen. And there is that um voice that, you know, maybe was easy to dismiss before, that's not so easy to dismiss now, that's saying, you know, you know, you want more, you know, there's more out there, you know, are you sure what you're doing is what you want to be doing, or is there something else? And I'm noticing that for so many, because it's harder to hide the truth of who we are right now. It's more uncomfortable, let's put it that way.
Well, let's go there. You know, I want to tie this into last night. Last night, for those of you that may not have been there, was the culmination. It was lesson 12. It was not only was it the culmination, lesson 12 of living an ascended life, it was also the culmination of our first full year of Monday Magic.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Is that incredible? Doesn't it seem like yesterday?
Really is incredible. Time's irrelevant and it doesn't exist, but I mean, yeah, the whole concept of what happened and how long things are is totally out there now, right? You can't really measure it the way we used to.
No, not in any way. And what is so profound is that, look at, for all of us, the COVID year, March to March, is really the timing of the new up level, the timing of the moment. And here we are right now. We are in the energy as we're moving into this beautiful moment. We're being pulled this weekend into the energy of resurrection. It's Easter weekend. This week opened in Holy, the triumph of good over evil. So we're moving from the triumph of good over evil. We're being pulled into this energy of resurrection, which is then jettisoning us into this opening. All the while, the violet ray energy has come to the planet. And what that's saying is, we are at the moment where that chalice that we are being embraced with, that chalice that has our wings ready to fly, is saying, are you ready to live in the fifth dimension? Because if you are not, then dig into the third and get ready. That is the reason it's here. April is the month where the fifth dimension touches down, so to speak, where it will be so easy. And this is why in this moment, all of the keys, everything we've left for ourselves, how many are having full circle moments, things that are re-upping, things that are relaunching, organizations and beings are coming together. The greatest challenge of this moment is our own ability to sabotage ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And our ability, and this is where I bring it back to last night. Last night was about two things. Absolutely knowing that doubt is the destroyer. Everything else comes right down to doubt. And that knowing that doubt is the destroyer and being able to walk through that doubt frees you from the illusion having a profound grip on you. And this is where the concentric dimensionality, all of these time streams come together. And as these time streams have come together right now, what we are at the moment of living and knowing is that we have done this before. We have done this more than once. And this time we know it. We've arrived with the knowledge we need. There's just not enough of us ready to hear it yet. So let's not have to do this again. Let's shout it. Let's get it out there. And how we shout it is by living who we are. It's not about placards. It's not about proselytizing. It's not about being out there. It's about being who we are unashamedly. It's about being who we are and knowing that enough of us know the truth that we can break through any sense of self-limitation that comes from those that don't want us to collectively reach a tipping point of awakening. And we're this close. We're so close. And so the violet ray ignition, these 12 days of April are so important. And then on the 12th of April, in that illuminated new moon, we stick the key into the I Am discourses and pop it open. And Saint Germain comes forward, and the grid of illumination that was talked about during this year's series of Monday Night Magic is being consciously and with great awareness brought together. And we've been given a tangible touch point through volume 3 of the I Am discourses. Oh my God, there's your copy. Okay, what year is yours?
Mine's a newer copy.
Doesn't matter. What year is it? I like hearing all the different years that we have. Don't you love that?
2013.
Wonderful. See,
Yeah.
so this is what's so perfect is that we're building the bridge from first editions to hopefully right now, right? That we are building this grid of illumination that's saying we remember, and to put these tangible books in your hands. And so Jess, put your hands on the book, open it up, read us a paragraph. Trust yourself, read us a paragraph, any paragraph.
The Ascended Masters are the only infallible source of instruction to humanity of this earth, because they are wholly divine and one with the good self of every individual. They are living the fulfillment of the law they teach, and the only ones who have manifested complete victory over so-called death.
So amen. Look at what you happen to pick. Where is that in the book?
I'm in the tribute section is where I
Isn't that even better?
Right. I know. I'm like, I just trusted it. I'm like, this is actually in the tribute.
Even better, because are we not all giving tribute? Well, I find that so exciting, and I am so excited about what is coming and how close we are to that experience. And let's go ahead. We've got all these people holding. Let's go ahead, and we're going to jump back over to the call board, Jess. Let's go. We're going all the way. It looks like we're going to Santa Cruz, California. Hey, Santa Cruz, California, welcome. Okay.
Oh.
Hi, you heard us. Hi. Hey, sweetheart. All right. Well, sweetheart, we had to mute you. I'm sorry. Your line was breaking up. We'll come back to you in a moment. Hey, Jess, we're going to run up to Michigan, it looks like. Hey, Michigan, how's it going?
Hello, this is Cassandra. How are you two doing?
Well, hey, Cassandra, we are doing just well. How wonderful to hear your beautiful voice today.
Thank you. I am actually calling in. I had an experience last night. It wasn't really it was a dream, but not really. And I was wanting some input on it. I was there at what seemed to be Tulsa Blue Mountain with you and Shree. And we went into the higher part of the mountain that had this beautiful, like, I guess it would be a temescal. They had many, many, many rooms, and it was just, there were different kind of things going on. I can't remember all of them, but we had to bathe our feet, and it was like 5 different kind of things going on with our feet. And then we had to follow these people. I don't know what their names or what their things were, but we slid down these tubes, floated in the air, and then, I know it sounds outrageous, but it was kind of like a rebirth to me. And on top of that, we were supposed to do something with water, and I lost my way. And I was really upset because nobody could find out where I was supposed to be and why I wasn't where I was needed to be. So, and that's where my dream ended.
So I want you to breathe. And the first thing I want you to do is bring your hands to your heart and to call in the smile of knowing that the mastery you is wrapping their arms around the chalice you that is rebirthing now. And that the water and you have not ever lost your way or not doing what you're not doing. What's happening is that what you have been has laid down so that the master may be. And the purpose of this moment for you is to be claiming that command. You absolutely she was just describing the whole temescal experience. I mean, my heart was smiling at that. Do you want to jump in? Because you were here, Cassandra. That is, you are describing what happens up here.
Yeah,
Literally.
yeah, absolutely. And as we were all doing that, right, we're just surrogates for everybody else. So we're all literally living through those experiences. And your dream even echoes dreams that I had while I was there. And so much is being released right now. And when you use the word command, Kira, like that's what we're doing is really learning to command our light and command things. Whatever we dream or experience in our nighttime state, we can learn from it, but we can command our light and shift and flow through whatever that experience was, not to hold on to symbology or feelings that might have left us feeling like we were being swept away a little, but to actually embrace and command our light through that experience and say, I am creating myself anew through this, and just allow whatever happened. We're just processing so much, and sleep is a time where we do it. We don't have to get too attached to the images or anything that we saw, but call forward our light and allow that to guide us and work with us through our wake time, our sleep time, all of it.
Ooh, so Cassandra, thank you for being so connected and so available, because the moment before you is inviting the up level to even be more magnificent. So thank you for sharing that with all of us. We love you so much, honey. Many blessings.
Thank you. Love you too. Namaste.
Namaste, sweetheart. And just, my heart, I'm looking again at where we are right now at this birth where the wings are open. This April experience is really much going to be about, are you ready to dive in from that central point of that infinite presence and sit on that swing and really create through this massive moment? It is, I think it's taking my breath away just talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's that big. And I think rightly so, we should have that moment where we almost want to hold our breath for a second because that's how big it is.
Ooh, I know. And go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I just know so many of you out there felt the same. You know, we're at this year of, you know, the COVIDing experience and everything else that came forward. And I know so many of us felt it though, in the moment when things really seemed to be, you know, spiraling and all the unthinkable was happening, that it was an activation for so many of us that said, you know, I know this is what I've been preparing for. And this last year even has been preparing us in so many ways for what we're going to create and become. And
That
that's
is
what
so true.
yeah,
And
that's
you
what
know, Jess, we actually have people holding over at BBS
oh,
radio as
please get
well.
more people in. Yeah.
Let's squeeze somebody in from BBS. Let's go over. We've got Amy from Kansas on line 2 with a question. Hey, Amy from Kansas. Welcome, sweetheart.
Oh, namaste.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you just fine.
I got a question. I need to know, is it best for me to move to New York to be with my sister at this time?
First of all, I want you to bring your hand to your heart, because what the question really is about is, should you stay where you are?
Yes.
And that's really the question. And as I tune in with you, there is this right in front of your heart and your throat. I'm just seeing like a heaviness. And this beautiful being keeps looking at you and saying, remember, wherever you go, there you are. And that this decision is not about her, it's got to be about you. And that it's a moment. What this decision is really about is you being able to see what's right in front of you and get the clarity you need, and to understand why this is even in front of you. And Jess, I know you're getting very similar. I can see you going, yes, I want to jump in.
No, I really thought you were sharing beautifully. I don't really have a lot more to add than that, other than, you know, to trust yourself, and like Master Lady Kira is sharing, you know, what is it in it for you? You know, it's got to be about you and what resonates for you. Trust your truth. Spend a little time, do some journaling, get really clear, you know, get outside, talk with your guides. Remember that you have this whole team working with you. You don't have to make this decision alone.
And that this decision is about you making it.
Yeah.
The seeking the advice of others is wise counsel, but at the end of the day, you know, and make it about you, because it is a big moment for you, sweetheart. And I'm so glad you called. Thank you for being here. We love you so much. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome, sweetie. You know, Jess, I really am appreciative that we had that question and that particular energy, because how many right now are not clear? How many are asking? And the key is that we must remember that in this moment, and this is last night's Monday Magic, which was just so profound, that if we are unable to find our clarity and trust the consciousness that is radiating from within ourselves, we might not be able to remember how to, because the distraction, everything is amplifying, not just what we want to amplify. The amplification is without restriction, right? And so this is that moment where get clear. You know, it really is an opportunity. This is the illusion. So if this is the illusion, right? Here's the fun of that. When you really get that this is the illusion is when it gets really fun, because you get to create whatever you want. And there is the universal safety, the stopgap, that your creation does not manifest unless it serves the greater capacity of the all. And so it's really quite extraordinary once you pop through, don't you think?
Yeah, it is. I mean, there's no other way I'd want to live anymore. It really seems so scary sometimes to step into that void and birth yourself anew and step into that clarity. It can seem like a tall order sometimes. I get it. But then once you're on the other side, you're like, oh gosh, well, you know, it was only me stopping myself. Why would we ever stop that? You know, because
go ahead. No.
You know, yeah, really.
I'm jumping in because we only have 1 minute left, and because what you were sharing was so important. But I wanted both of us to really be affirming that these next 6 months matter. Go to Sri ShreeandKira.com. Get into the mentoring. Be there with us. Be there twice a month. Keep this energy alive. Keep the portal strong. And be there at the I Am discourses. Go register right now. You can get in for as little as $1. Every bit supports Clinical Linda. Join us next Sunday when Shree and Kira Live returns again at noon Pacific time. Guys, April is here and the 12-day count begins. Join us. We're going to be having messages every single day. Just take us out. We got about 30 seconds.
Yeah, just remembering that together we are better. It is us coming together. The support is here. Join us. Be part of this because we are creating the world that is possible and we need you. We need you.
Get there at ShreeandKira.com. I Am Discourses, April 12th, 12-day countdown. Mwah. We love you.
Namaste.
Thank you for joining us, and be sure to tune in every Tuesday at 5 o'clock p.m. for more adventures. You can learn more about Master Lady Kira Ra at ShreeandKira.com or visit their YouTube channel, Official Shree and Kira. May your heart in all ways know the Master you.
Welcome to the Self-Ascension Classroom, affordable and beautiful home study for your mystical journey. Imagine the gift of studying everything that you've ever wanted at home and on your time. Yes, it is possible, and there is so much to choose from as you dive into your home study experience. Remember that with every moment you spend studying this gift, you ignite your divinity. Imagine the mysteries of the Tohil and the crystalline clarity and radiant abundance of Vesa, a mastery balancing technique and certification process, and then cosmic life regression. Travel the universe and remember. Allow yourself the gift of navigating the inner matrix. This beautiful Ascended Mastery program of the Violet Flame will take you to places you may not have dared to dream to go, and then you will rediscover the true gift of your divine nature. Yes, the time is now to study the ancient mysteries, and it's so easy to begin. Discover the Self-Ascension Classroom only at ShreeandKira.com. That's ShreeandKira.com. Namaste.